the Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show on YouTube. Tune in every Saturday and Wednesday for hot news and opinions, you dig? Like and subscribe and follow us on Twitter at BR Live on the Mic and on Facebook and Instagram at Big Rich Live on the Mic. Join the conversation and catch that fire.
Big Rich, Big Rich, Big Rich, Big. So where to begin? The bipolar goon in a padded room, consumed by the coming doom. The return of Christ at noon split the world in two. Dude pursued the cool until he ruled in 2077. His life's due. The tomb of the devil erected in my room. He resurrected and reunited with the fools, the Hutus in 94 and Ouagadougou in 2016. I see the clues, the Ku Klux Klan in the form of the neighborhood crew.
I'm back. Yeah. Big Rich Live here. Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show here on YouTube. We're back again after a long hiatus. We apologize for being gone as long as we was, but you know, hey, we had to get all of this together. Took a little vacation, retired. I escaped the corporate plantation, so I'm free to do what I need to do. So I wanted to just wait and get some new lights and get some new backgrounds and equipments and stuff like that. So I apologize for the long delay. I know I've been getting all your tweets and all of your inquiries and stuff like that, and hey Rich, what's going on? You guys are coming back. What's going on with the show? So the people, we lost a few people, but the people that stuck around, we appreciate it, and we'll let you know that it won't happen again. We are here to do exactly what we wanted to do, as well as make this show bigger and better than it's ever been. So I appreciate the people that stuck around. For the people who left, we hoping that our massive media outreach, letting people know that we're back. I'm hoping that that'll get a lot of people who actually left the show and stuff like that, or probably thought that maybe that we weren't coming back, but we back. We back, bigger and better than ever, and we're gonna make it do what it do. So what we'll try to do is start the show with just an overview of how we're going to change the program, how we're going to make it better, how we're going to chop it up so it won't really be looking like a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? Well, I get off on a tangent and stuff like that. We're going to stop that. Now, I am who I am, so every now and again, I'm going to get hot on a topic, and I'm going to get long with it. So in that case, hey, you got to forgive me. I'll get back on track. But we started with some show notes. We're going to start doing that. We're going to make the show more interactive. You know, we're still in the same surroundings now, but I'm making inroads to get to the place we want to be, where it's bigger, so we can have in-studio guests and stuff like that in the future. But before I even get into all of that, let's talk about, building up this brand. If you can share and subscribe, share this this radio show to your Facebook and your other social media platforms, I appreciate it. Each one teach one type thing, where I have umpteen hundred people that are watching it, but you have umpteen hundred or maybe 1,000 people that you interact with on social media, so you can share this and maybe get some of them to come on board and to chop it up, because basically that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the appeal of this show to be broad. We want to be broad. We want to be boisterous. We want to converse back and forth. Like I've always said, I'm not afraid of being wrong. I carefully do my research to make sure I'm not wrong, but I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? So I like to just chop up game and have fun doing what we need to do in this show. So like and share and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. You know, go to the penthouse, to the mountain peaks, to the valley lows, and shout out Big Rich Live on the Mic Radio Show here on YouTube to get more people to come on board. I sure appreciate that. Our new equipment, we got new lights, as you can see. I'm bright. It looks good. You know, we let the little a little sunshine in to make the platform a little bit more bright. A lot of people were saying that, you know, it's sort of dreary and stuff like that. And that and some of the things that we have to talk about throughout the show, it makes you sort of depressed. So I was like, you know what? I'll invest in some new lights so we can light up, you know, my little pretty face. You know, it is what it is. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing. But we did that. We got the new lights. We got new cameras. So as you can see, we got 2 cameras now. So that's why if I'm not looking directly in the camera, you know, any particular time, I'm looking at the other camera. You know, I got the mixing board. We'll talk about that a little bit. You know, the computers and stuff like that. You know, we got the iPads and all of that type of stuff. We got everything hooked up. We just trying to put it all together so that it's more cohesive. Because, like I said, with the cameras, we got the lights, we got the new mixer. You know, now this mixer that we have can control multiple cameras, multiple mics, multiple headphones, you know, iPhone, all of that type of stuff. We're going to start doing call-in shows probably around the first of the year. We're not going to really just throw out there because, again, I don't want to put no mammy-made stuff out there. I don't want to put no bull crap out there. I'm just being real. I want to make sure that when we expand, it looks professional, as professional as a one-man army can be. You follow what I'm saying? I mean, everybody pretty much, not everybody, but the majority of people who have radio shows and stuff like this on YouTube are one man or one woman shows and stuff like that. But you don't want no bull crap. You shouldn't want to put out any nonsense. You should want to put out something that not only represents you, represents your brand, puts across what you're trying to do, and it invites people in it. It invites people to spend 30 minutes, 35 minutes, an hour, sometimes an hour and 10 minutes with you, and don't be like, I'm not trying to look at this. I don't like the way his face look. I hate his voice. You know, the video's crap. The audio's worse. All of that type of stuff right there. So when you're in the position, when you have a position where you can be like, okay, let me just take a step back, invest in a little bit of upgrade, and come across so it doesn't look like you shooting in, you know, somebody's basement. Which, hey, if you got to do that, it's all good. You know, we all got to do what we got to do. But what I will say is I've gotten a lot of inquiries about a tour of the facilities, you know, of the room here and the equipment that we use and all that type of stuff. And I'm working on that. I'm working on a video that hopefully will be out in the next couple of weeks. It won't be like a regular Wednesday or Saturday show, but it'll be like maybe a Tuesday or Thursday or Friday, something like that, where I'll put it out so everybody can see the new equipment that we have. How everything works and stuff like that. We'll go ahead on and do that because that's how I was able to put everything together. You know, there's so many people that are on YouTube that helped me and a whole lot of other people out by putting videos and showing us, okay, this is the cameras you should use. This is the mixer that you should use. These are the headphones that you should use and stuff like that. So I feel that I owe that to you. So I will be putting that out. So, you know, I'll let you know, in our social media platforms when that's going to come. And I hope you guys enjoy that. But the new format is we are strictly going back to the Wednesday and Saturday evening show. So it will be here. We'll be doing that. We'll also throw out a little small, like 5-minute or 10-minute clips throughout the week when we have something that is just major breaking, or we have something that we need help with, or we're trying to understand something. I'll go ahead and drop that down. But the actual show, the actual 30-minute to 1 hour show will be every Wednesday, every Saturday from now on, good Lord willing. We're going to add live callers. I've gotten that. That is probably the number one or maybe number two most requested. People want to have live callers or chat room. Well, we're going to have a chat room. The chat room will be up here shortly. It'll be up this month, and it'll be our friends over at Pal Talk, PALTALK, paltalk.com. They will be hosting our chat group, and once you go to paltalk.com, you hit the search button and you put Big Rich Live on the mic, and our chat room will come up. It'll be open. I'm going to try to open it, and don't hold me to this, but I'm going to try to open it like 15 minutes before each show so we can let people get in and build up the audience, and they can chop it up between themselves, and then we'll come on, and then we'll go all the way through. And then the live talkers, because of the live callers, because we was talking about Skype, but right now Skype just look crappy, the way we have to do it, and the internet speed and all of that type of stuff that we have to do right now. So I'm probably not going to do that. And live callers, to be honest, I don't like live callers. And it's not like I don't like you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate, when you guys send me tweets and direct messages via Instagram and emails. I love it. I sit back and I answer every one that I can, even the stupid ones. And you know who you are. I understand that people say a stupid question is one not asked, but that's not necessarily true all the time, because people don't use their common sense. And there is a saying, common sense is not common to everybody. But as far as the call-in, you get people that they really don't want to ask questions. They just call and just want to hear themselves on the other side of the radio. And it just takes up space and time. And then, to keep the show rolling, you have to cut them off, or then they mad at you because you cut them off, or they think you're rude and all of that type of stuff. So a lot of times I'll be like, you know what, maybe I won't do that. But I've gotten so many requests that I'll just give in, and do the live callers. But we won't do that until the first of the year, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have some help in here so people can monitor the calls. Because there's very few things that I'm scared of, and an idiot, a racist, I'm not scared of either one of those. But who wants to listen to that? You know what I mean? I mean, if you have a legitimate point, a legitimate gripe, then I'm definitely down with you. I definitely don't have a problem with that at all. If you have a legitimate argument and you want to debate back and forth, I don't have any problem with that. But if you get to the name callings and all that old stupidness, and you've already dismissed every point without listening to it and diving into it yourself, then I got an issue with you, and I really don't want to spare our airtime, our precious airtime, with those type of people. So the live callers is coming, or are coming. It'll be around the first of the year. The chat room, that will be up by the end of this month. Remember, that's www.paltalk, PALTALK, talk.com. When you go to that website, hit the search button and then put Big Rich Live on the mic, and then it'll bring you to our chat room, and then you just subscribe. And once you subscribe to the chat room, then every time we go live, it'll automatically send you. You can either do a text, you could do an email, or that type of stuff right there. It'll automatically let you know. So just in case you forget that, we're up and running on a Wednesday or, Saturday show, or like I said, the little small clips, we'll go ahead and do that. Plus, what we're going to do, and it won't be anytime soon. It might be the end of this month when we launch the chat room. But we're going to do Facebook Live also. We're going to do Facebook Live and Periscope. So basically what we're going to do is I'll set up, and again, I know I'm going to get a whole bunch of requests, but our setup allows us to run, the 2 video cameras that we're running and 2 other cameras, one dedicated to Facebook Live and the other one dedicated to Periscope Live. So we'll be doing that, and I'm really, really excited about that. It's one of those things that when you do live shows, your mistakes have to be limited. It really has to be very limited. So we'll see how that goes. and we'll go from there. But let's get to the social media platforms. We have many. And I get this all the time. I can't find you. How do you spell it? This, that, and the third. So what we're going to do is I'm going to list all of our social media platforms, and I hope that you will subscribe to every last one of them. Put us sign up for our mailing list and all of that type of stuff, and we will send out. We will first of all, I'll promise to never give your email address or any personal information that you send to us. It won't be on some type of mass mailer, that we sell to other companies. Everything that you give us will remain here. But let's go to our website. That's the major one. It's www.bigrichlivonthemic.com. That's www.bigrichlivonthemic.com. Our parent company, we developed that 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Is myself and a couple of other YouTube channel creators, including my daughter. That is www.darkshadowmediagroup.com. That's www.darkshadowmediagroup.com. Let's go to Twitter, because I'm on Twitter all the time. If I'm up, I'm on Twitter all the time. If I'm awake, if I'm breathing, I'm on Twitter. I'm very engaged on Twitter. Get your little Twitter beef back and forth with people who don't particularly like me and people that look like me and act like me. So we get into little wars of words and stuff like that. No name calling them, but what I say is, if you keep hitting facts, when when what you've won a conversation, when you know that this person has nothing for you, is when they deflect every blow instead of addressing every blow. You know what I'm saying? When you tell somebody, when you list out some facts, because you can have a different opinion, you can have a different viewpoint, but you cannot have different facts. So when you hit people with facts, and then they always deflecting, but they never address the facts that you're setting, you won that conversation, you won that particular Twitter beef or whatever, and you just keep it moving. But anyway, Twitter is capital B, capital R, live on the mic. That's capital B, capital R, live on the mic. That's Twitter. Instagram is Big Rich Live on the mic. There's an underscore because for some reason Instagram will not allow you to have spaces between each word. So it's Big Rich Live on the mic, and it's underscore between each word. That's Instagram. Facebook, it's just typical. Same thing as everything else. It's www.facebook.com/Big Rich Live on the mic. We have a Google, which is Big Rich Live on the mic. Our email address is bigrichlivonthemic. That's all one word @gmail.com. That's bigrichlivonthemic@gmail.com. And we are now announcing that we have joined Mr. Tariq Nasheed's More Us app, social media app, and we have a presence on that also. So that has taken some of my time away from Twitter to help that brother build up this social media platform. And for all my subscribers, I definitely recommend that you check that out and chop it up and join the conversation. And if you're not in a position where you can have a healthy debate, I think something might be wrong with you. If everything is okay, then in your life, then something, I don't know if everything is okay in your life. So you want to get in healthy debate. I think healthy debate, conversations between people who are outside of your inner circle, people who don't look like you, people who don't run in your circles. When you have conversations and debates with them, it only, to me, and in my humble opinion, it only makes you better. It only makes you a better, more informed person. So try to do that. Try to do that. But then we do all of that, and we talked about all of that. Then we get to some of the meat and potatoes of our particular show. Once we give all the shout outs, we're going to read some of your texts. It's not texts, I'm sorry. Some of your messages from your tweets and your emails that you send me. The direct messages, probably not, because a lot of those are of a personal nature. I'm not going to put anybody's personal business out. So we'll talk about that. Then it'll be a question. We'll have a question of the day, really. But we'll do it not at the end. We'll do it in the middle of the show, because that will give you a chance to think about it, digest it, and possibly come up with some type of answer to that particular question. Because see, I'm not asking the question just for the sake of asking it. I'm asking the question because I want answers. Remember, I don't know anything. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. So if that's the case, then hey, let's chop it up. Let's come up with some questions, concepts, stuff like that. Put them out over the show, over the social media airwaves and stuff like that, and find some answers, because you will be surprised how, when I'm just stumped, when I think a certain way and I don't know if I'm messed up or my way is wrong, I'll ask my inner circle. I ask my friends and stuff like that. That's true. But I also put it out in our various social media platforms to get other people's perspectives from their upbringing, from, their morals, their moral compass and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that. So, like we'll be discussing like the start of NBA season. Everybody knows I'm a Knicks fan. I mean, now the season is going in the second week, towards the end of the second week, and the Knicks are terrible. Their defense is terrible. So, I'll be throwing shade on my team. But see, that's one thing about me. I'm a ride or die New Yorker. I follow the Knicks. I follow the Yankees. I follow the Rangers. I follow the Giants. If none of those are in, I'll follow the Devils, I'll follow the Islanders, I'll follow the Jets, I'll follow the Nets, all that type of stuff. I'm New Yorker through and through, but I'm not blind. If you suck, I'm going to tell you suck. And I'm going to articulate why you suck. Right now, the Knicks suck. Their defense sucks. Their camaraderie sucks. Yeah, granted, it's only 4 games, but they need to be better than that. And my thing has always been is you have to have pride in yourself. Whatever you do, you have to have pride in yourself. If I'm playing, I don't care if I'm playing tiddlywinks, but if I'm in a defensive position, I'm going to make sure I'm going to do everything legally possible. And some things are illegal, elbow here, grab your shirt there, whatever. But I'm going to make sure that you cannot score on me. You will not beat me. So a lot of times you ask yourself, you be like, well, why are these players not playing defense? How are you allowing these people to come into your house, to come into your gym, to come in your arena and run roughshod over you? How do you do that? To me, that's effort. That's effort and pride. But there's what it is. The election. Oh, Lord. Let me tell you something. I will be so glad when it is November 9th. This has been the worst election. I'm 48, so I've been voting since I could. Okay. This has been the worst election I've ever seen in my life, in my natural life. Now, yeah, granted, there might have been worse. I mean, shoot, you go to the 1700s, the 1800s, you had candidates wanting to kill each other, jump on each other, and actually having fist fights and duels and all that stuff. So I'm not sitting around here trying to say it's that, but it is not been very presidential. I understand that we live in a freedom of speech country, but I also feel that freedom of speech is not free, and you should not be able to lie about anything. Everything that you say, and this is not just Donald Trump. Everybody understands. Everybody knows how I feel about him, how I feel about the Republicans, GOP, whatever. But this is not directed to him. Everybody from Bernie Sanders to Hillary Clinton to Ted Cruz to Bill Carson. I'm thinking of Clint Eastwood, Ben Carson, that type of stuff right there. They should all be fact checked, and you should not be able to knowingly. This is what I'm saying. Knowingly spread lies and false truths about people. Never. You just should not be able to do that. And when you do that, there is a problem. It should be checked immediately. So this election has not been very presidential. I have a lot of people who say that they are horrified, and now, all these racists and supremacists are coming out of the woodwork and stuff like that. And I tell them, I was like, I'm happy. I'm happy because now the underbelly, racism has never died. It's always been here alive and well. But now it's always been a underbelly since like the 50s, the turn of the 50s, coming into the 60s when you had the Civil Rights Movement, Black Panther Party, that type of stuff right there. It's always been there, but it's been the underbelly. Now, it done reared its ugly head. It's like, woohoo, I'm here. So to me, I'm glad because now I can see who has it in for me, who doesn't like me. Solely on the basis of my skin, not the content of my character, not anything like that. Solely because of what you've been told that people who look like me have done and quote unquote gotten free from the federal government. So to me, I'm glad, but I'm just tired. I'm tired of every channel, and I watch a lot of sports. Anybody who knows me, I don't watch network television at all. So these sitcoms and stuff like that, I have no idea anything about them. I do not waste brain cells on them. I watch a lot of sports, and I watch a lot of documentaries, anything on the History Channel and stuff like that. I just thirst for knowledge. I'm that type of person. But I love my basketball, love my baseball, football, college football, I'm with it. NFL, to me, it's just overly saturated. But I'm just tired of every channel I go to, I'm hearing a Donald Trump ad or Hillary Clinton ad. I'm just sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I early voted. I'm going to keep that to myself. A lot of people who ask me how I voted, if you know me, you know how I voted. But I also know that, this, even though this show is very little, it's very little, is in its infancy, and you might as well say we just starting all over again because it's been over 30 days since our last show. I think it was our 24th show. So we just basically, in my mind, we just basically starting all over again. So it's one of those things that I early voted, and I'm ready for it to be done. I really am. I'm ready for it to go. And remember, in the beginning of the show, I said that I went on vacation. One of the reasons we was so the space between our last show and this show was so much because I went on vacation and I retired and stuff like that. You escape the corporate plantation. You're free. And that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm no financial expert, please. In no way, shape, or form am I giving financial advice or anything like that. But there are certain things that I know I could have done differently that would have made my retirement a lot more fruitful. And don't get me wrong, I'm very well set in my retirement. So I won't go hungry. And if I don't ever want to work again the rest of my life, I don't have to. That's not bragging. It's just things that I've done in my younger life that has prepared me to be able to, at 48, if I don't want to work again, I don't have to. So we're going to talk about that. We'll, just give little tidbits and stuff that I was given. And I'll be the first one to tell you, if I was given them, I'm like, I'm not going to, because there was a lot of things that I was given over the course of my 23 years with the police department that had I done, I would have been a lot further on than I am now. You follow what I'm saying? You feel me? So I'm going to put those out there and, hopefully, you won't make the same mistakes I made. But even so, be in a position that when you're in your mid to late 40s, you can retire and you don't have to work again either. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a lot, really. And then we're going to end with like words of encouragement. Whatever we talk about, I don't care if it's police brutality, I don't care if it's racism, redlining, cooperative economics, anything like that. We're going to end each show with words of encouragement because there is a lot to be encouraged about. Have we a long way to go? Yes. Have we come far? In certain aspects. And in certain aspects, I will never sit up there and say, a lot of people say, oh, we have a long way to go. Yes. But have we came far? Yes. No, I'm not going to say that, because in certain areas we haven't. Why are we still having the same issues in 2016 that my mother had in 1960, her mother had in 1920, and so on and so forth? Why is that? That just showing you that the more things change, the more things stay the same. So we're going to end with words of encouragement and thoughts for the next show. What you want to do, what do you want to accomplish? That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to do, like, once we do our words of encouragement, we're going back and forth. We're going to chat it up in the chat room and stuff like that. And then it's going to be almost like a homework assignment. Well, okay, let's try to do this. Let's try to save this. Let's try to, build this up. And then when we come back for the next show, we're going to see how many people are in the chat room, how many people have direct messaged me, how many people have emailed me that they've done that. And then we'll see. We'll have fun. We'll have fun with it. And we'll do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited. I'm extremely excited. And I keep looking down because I told you I have show notes. So I got to find a little place where I can put them so I can look straight ahead and not be looking down like this here. So again, this is all new to me. We all having fun and stuff like that. But I'll leave you on this. Don't sell yourself short. We all make mistakes. The American dream is what you want it to be. And there is nothing that you cannot do if you put your mind to it. It might take you longer. You, in the process of achieving that, might get sidetracked with something that turns out to be better. But what I like to say, what I like to keep you with is have hope. Hope is eternal. Hope is eternal. You have to look within yourself and say, okay, this is what I want to do. What do I have to do? Where do I have to be? Where do I have to go? Who do I have to talk to achieve this? Now, if one of your goals is to win the lotto, is everybody going to win the lotto? No. So your goal can still be to win the lotto. But you also have to have different steps between now and winning the lotto that is going to give you a plan A, a plan B, plan C, plan D, that type of stuff right there. So we're going to talk about that. So I want you to stay encouraged. I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay informed, stay blessed. Do your thing, because when you do your thing and you put your mind to it, ain't nothing you can't do. Nothing you can't do at all. So again, what I'll say is like, share, and subscribe. Put any questions and comments below here. Thumbs up is cool. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. I don't take it personal. If you give me a thumbs down, that means you at least listened to and watched a little bit of it. So, hey, you came over here. I'm grateful. You follow what I'm saying? You feel me? So, on that note, stay blessed, stay safe, stay encouraged. I will see you again. Peace, and I'm out.